Did you know that there's a secret superpower available to you to achieve maximum, epic success in just about any area of your life? Did you know that Albert Einstein talked about this superpower as being the eighth wonder of the world? Did you know that Warren Buffett uses this superpower that I'm about to share with you to create bank-busting financial success year in and year out? Are you interested? Because this superpower, when you apply it, can get you immediate results in any area of your life. Today, we're going to be talking about the magic of the compound effect. We'll be talking more about it later, but most importantly, you're going to learn 3 fresh strategies that you can apply today to get you on the compound curve of success and wealth building. These are deep, but they're easy to apply, and they're not necessarily what you think. And in the bonus section, you'll be shocked to learn the tremendous price that you will pay if you don't apply the compound effect in your life. So stick with me all the way to the end, because your health, your finances, your relationship, anything for that matter that matters to you is going to be impacted by this principle. Are you ready to unlock your superpower? Well, let's get started. Dribble, dribble, shoot. Dribble, dribble, shoot. It's this simple practice technique that made Michael Jordan one of the greatest players in the game of basketball. For Michael, it wasn't about, all the fancy hop moves. It wasn't about the behind the back slam dunk. It wasn't about the 3-point buzzer beater from downtown. No. Michael was about the basics. He was about consistency. And this is what made him one of the greatest players of all time. And it can make you one of the greatest players in life as well. But there's a lot of time, energy, and attention and consistency that goes into making these videos and making them just for you. I'm churning out 2 videos a week. I don't want you to miss anything. So if you would be so kind, show this channel some free love and support by just giving it a like, or better yet, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. I know if you're showing up to this video, you're a person who's dedicated to success, and I know that this content can have a positive and transformative impact on your life, and that's what I want for you. No, it wasn't any of that stuff. Michael, he mastered the game of basketball by becoming drone-like consistent. What they call in the game, they call it automatic. And that's what you want to achieve in your life if you want to use the compound effect and get on that compound curve of hockey stick growth kind of success. I used to struggle with consistency in my life. I'm embarrassed to say it, but I was all about the fancy moves. I tended to shortcut the basics and try to look cool, look like I knew what I was doing, look good. But that doesn't work so well. It didn't work out so well for me. And it wasn't until I discovered the superpower, the super secret of consistency and slow, methodical growth that I really started to see success in my life. It's a common tendency for most young entrepreneurs and people getting started on a success journey to shortcut the basics, to shortcut the consistency, to shortcut the practice that you've got to put in to become a master in any field. Going back to the basics it can be a little humbling, and it happened to Michael, man. He was an awesome, epic player, and sometimes he just get a little too fancy. He get a little bit too cool, and that's what we do. We go back to practice, dribble, dribble, shoot, dribble, dribble, shoot. Putting in the time it takes to be all-star player and going back to the basic, it's not so sexy, right? Michael was one of the hardest working players in the game, and it's common knowledge that he put in 5, 6 hours a day, just drilling back on the basics. And it was the consistency. It was showing up every day, day in, day out, that made him one of the greatest players of all time. But what I've discovered is that the greatest successes in life, the greatest successes in finance, in business, in relationships, in any area of life that matters to you, even in your health, your fitness, they leverage the power of consistency, especially the self-made people, the self-made successes in life. Now, I'm not saying you have to apply yourself to your craft with that Michael Jordan superstar endurance 5 to 6 hours a day. In fact, what I've learned is consistency is more important than the time that you put in. You could put in 5 minutes a day meditating. You could put in 30 minutes a day reading and self-developing. You could put in an hour a day in the gym, or out on a walk, or out on your bicycle, or you could put in 5 seconds a day telling your spouse that you love them. It doesn't matter the endurance, it matters the consistency. Do you see? So maybe it's not so sexy being consistent, but I tell you what, there's nothing sexier than a world champion. There's nothing sexier than a person who gets to the top of their game in life. I can tell you every one of them got there by paying the price, day in, day out. Consistency is the game, and I'm going to show you how. So what is the compound effect purported in the beautiful landmark book from Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect? Well, the compound effect is just simply reaping massive rewards from a series of small, consistent actions. Now, just use your common sense. I mean, I know common sense isn't so common anymore, but just use your common sense. When you show up to something consistently and you do it every day, just a little bit, it gets an accumulative effect. But what's so beautiful, what Einstein was talking about when he said the 8th wonder of the world, is you get a compounding effect. So let me give you an example. Let's say 2 people are given a job, all right? You got Joe and you got Jason. All right, Joe is gonna put in 30 minutes a week for this job, this project, and he's gonna be paid $10 a week, and yet he has to show improvement. And because he shows improvement, he shows progress, which by the way is the secret to happiness. Because he shows improvement, he gets a 10% compounding effect kind of raise, just 10% bump. Right? Well, we got Jason over here, same job, 30 minutes, and 30 minutes a week, and he gets paid $5,000 for the month. $50, 10% bump, $5,000. Which would you take? Well, let's do the freaking math, right? So when Joe first gets started, boy, he made $50. And Jason made $5,000. Jason's like sitting freaking pretty. And Joe's like, gosh, there's a lot of work for not much money, but he gets his 10% bump. What happens the next week? Let me refer to my notes. Oh, I guess if we add in the compounding effect, well, Joe, second month makes $126. Well, what did Jason make? That math's pretty simple. He clocked another month, $5,000, $10,000. Pretty good, right? Jason's thinking, I'm sitting pretty. I'm doing great. Joe's thinking, I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna keep after this. I believe in the growth. I believe in slow growth. I believe in improvement. Let's just go to, I don't know, let's go to month 5. No, let's go to month 4. Because dang, month 4 times 5,000. I guess Joe has made $15,000. That's pretty good. But he's looking at his friend Jason. Jason's clocked $60,000. Jason's going, man, I'm buying a limo. I'm bringing all my friends. I'm getting dancing girls, food, drinks for everybody, right? And there's Joe just keeping away. He's like, $15,000 now. This is pretty good. I can't wait till next month. What happens next month? Well, next month, Jason makes $80,000. But you know what Joe makes? Because of the compounding effect, because of consistency, Joe makes $86,000 and change. And we're only in month 16. You see, it takes consistency over time to get the long-term successful results that the Warren Buffetts get, that the Albert Einsteins get, that the successful self-made people get who pay the price. Let's just fast forward. Let's go and project this out 2 years. Because Joe's consistent, Joe's dedicated, Joe's not in it for the upfront big bucks. What did Jason make? Month 24? Well, Jason clocked 120, he's six figures, baby, $120,000. What did Joe make with the compounding effect? Listen up. $2,219,000. Joe's way ahead. Would you pay the price for 2 years? Would you swap? Would you be willing to swap $2 million plus for 120 just to get it up front, just to get the limo, the dancing girls, take your friends out, food and drinks for everybody? No. It's consistency, and it's consistent improvement that will get you ahead in your life in the long term. Consistency, little tiny things, they add up over time. So I'm gonna share with you 3 quick things that you can do right now to get yourself on that compounding effect, what we call the hockey stick curve. At first, it feels like it's just like grass growing, right? Just like watching grass grow. But then all of a sudden, you hit that month 16 and boom, you hit that compound part of the curve. And the Jasons of this world are being left behind and you are on the curve, the hockey stick. You see it? The hockey stick to ultimate epic success. The first thing that you can do is you can just have awareness of choice. I told you up front in the beginning, these are deep things, but they're easy to do. You need to have awareness of what you're doing. You got to ask yourself, and what I am doing right now, is the choice that I'm making right now, the decision that I'm making right now, is it bringing me closer or is it bringing me further away from my destination, from my ultimate goal? It's deep, but it's an easy decision to make when you're aware. Awareness is like a switch. Once you become aware, once you listen to this video and you apply this principle and you turn that light on, it's like your whole world changes. Because I'm sorry to say, but most people are just sleepwalking their way through life. They don't realize that their life is the cumulative summation of all of the choices that they've made. So make sure you decide, are your choices bringing you closer to your goal or further away? The second thing that you can do immediately to get yourself on the compound curve is understand the power of why. You see, when you ask the question, why am I doing this? Why am I paying the price? Why am I willing to show up? Why am I willing to get up early and to stay up late? Why am I willing to make sacrifices? Well, when the why becomes big enough, I'm telling you, the how-tos just fall into place. Most people are trying to figure out, how am I gonna do it? No, figure out why you wanna do it, and the how-tos will fall into place. Let me give you, sorry, I'm so excited. Let me give you an example. Most people wouldn't walk across a little wooden plank between 2 buildings for $20. Would you? If I said, yeah, I'm sitting here downtown and if we put a big long 100-foot plank between these 2 big skyscrapers, and I said, I'll give you $20 to walk across, you'd say, no way. But I'll tell you what, If the building on the other side was on fire and your child was in there, would you walk across the plank? You damn straight you would. You would do it in a minute. That's the power of why. Figure out why you want to do something, and the how-tos, they just fall into place. Point number 3, just learn to control your world. At least learn to control what you can control. World-class people have world-class routines. I'm telling you, when you show up to life, when you show up to work, when you show up to whatever you are called to do right now, it's really hard to control your day. Do you feel me? Man, when you get out there, it's a jungle out there. It's really hard to control what happens. It's hard to control the traffic. It's hard to control the weather. It's hard to control your mood. It's hard to control how other people treat you. But you know what you can control? You can control the beginning and the ending of your day. This is what Hardy calls the bookends of your day. So you can control your morning. You can control when you get up, if you meditate, if you exercise, what you eat, if you do some reading and some personal development, if you spend a little bit of personal family time with those whom you love and care about, you can control that. Then you can go out into the jungle. Likewise, when you come back from the jungle, you can control the end of your day. You can say, I'm going to have some family time. I'm going to do some reading. I'm going to pull out my journal. I'm going to plan my day. We talk about the 6 list and creating your priorities. I'm going to plan my day for the next day. I'm going to work on my side hustle. I'm going to work on my project. You can control the bookends of your life. You can't control life itself in the middle, but you can control the beginning and the end of your day. And this will get you consistently on the compound curve. Welcome to the bonus section. I look forward to this section so much because I can just freeform and tell you really from my heart how I feel. And there is a last thing that I want to share with you. We talked about consistency, the importance of consistency, the power of the compound effect, the compound curve. But what happens when you're inconsistent? What if you choose the alternative? What if you get lazy and you just decide not to pay those small prices every day in a series over time? What if you say, I don't want to be the Michael Jordan, and you just let bad habits accumulate? I'll tell you what happens. You're gonna not get results. I mean, think about it. You go to the gym, you just work out really hard one day, and then you work out the next day, and then you take 3 weeks off, and then you go and you say, God, I really need to get to the gym again, and you try again. Are you going to get results? You know you're not going to get results. What about dieting? You know, you say, I'm going to clean up my diet. I'm going to clean up my food. I'm going to eat raw, whole food and nutrition for my body. But then you do that for a day, you do that for a week, and then you take a few weeks off and you eat pizza and Captain Crunch. It's not gonna work. You know it's not gonna work. How about your relationships? You can't show up to your relationship and tell your spouse that I love you so much, and then you say I love you again next day, and then maybe on Saturday you say I love you, and then you take a month off. You take a week off. You think that's gonna work? It doesn't work. I'm telling you, you gotta kiss your wife before somebody else does. You gotta be consistent, baby. I'm telling you, inconsistency really becomes a bad habit because it's the path of least resistance. I'm telling you, you don't want to be that guy or that woman who's fallen asleep with a 6-pack of beer in the Lazy Boy to 60 minutes every Sunday. You don't want to be that person. So take it as a lesson. Consistency, inconsistency, both are hard. They're hard ways. If they're both hard, choose the better way. Be consistent. Show up. I'll see you on the other side of your success. Do you ever struggle with maintaining focus in your life? Do you ever feel pulled apart by all the myriad distractions trying to grab your attention and making you feel like that you're just not getting the level of productivity and accomplishment that you know you're capable of? Today, all of that changes because I'm going to share with you 3 simple practices that you can install in your life today and completely destroy those mind-numbing distractions that are keeping you from the success that you know you deserve. And make sure you stick with me all the way to the end because I've got a bonus for you that is just epic. When you put this bonus material into practice in your life, you're gonna put yourself in a class of people that are some of the most focused, most accomplished, successful people on the planet. So let's get started. I used to be hugely challenged with a lack of focus in my life. I couldn't stick to things. I would try to take on too many projects at one time. Distractions would just like taunt me and be these opportunities for, frankly, procrastination. And that's not acceptable for a person like you and me dedicated to success. Not to mention the entrepreneur. Success was curtailed. My dreams were getting protracted further and further out. I was starting to lose a sense of self-confidence and self-esteem. It was just starting to erode. And then I'd just sit there and I'd feel like I'd ask myself, can I even really do this? Can you relate to that? The good news is that you can harness the power of success for focus in your life starting today. Let me give you just a beautiful word picture that will just help put this all together for you. Please let me first mention there's a lot of time and energy and attention, of course, that goes into making these videos. I had no idea what a big project this was, and it is, and of course I'm doing it for you. I'm churning out 2 new videos a week, and I want you to be able to be positively transformed. I want you to be a part of this, and I want you to be able to take home with you the new habits, the new practices that are going to have an impact on your life. So if that's happening for you, please just give the video some free love. Give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, just gently turn on that notification bell, and you can be a part of this every single week. I don't want you to miss a thing. When I was a little kid, I used to do things that little boys would do, right? I would light things on fire. I would blow things up. I'd spend hours trying to find the flattest rocks that I could skip across the surface of the lake, right? I was just into that. And one day, you just have time on your hands. My father, he gave me a magnifying glass and he said, go explore. And so I took this thing that I'd never experienced before and I went out into the woods, and gosh, it was amazing. I was looking here and there, and this whole world, this whole vista of not necessarily microscopic, but this little world that I could see through this lens just got magnified. And it was amazing, the little veined leaves and the textured flowers and the little dance of the little bugs, I was just, a whole world had opened up to me. And so I was excited to explore. I was looking at this and I was looking at that and looking at the other. And then an ant caught my attention. And so I'm like focused in on this ant. It was a hot, sunny summer day. And I'm focused in on this ant and I'm tracking it. And all of a sudden this ant starts to slow down. And I'm like, wow, this is cool, man. I can see this ant like so big in front of me. And before my very eyes, I just held that with focus right on that ant, and that sun was beaming through the magnifying glass, and I incinerated the ant. The ant just melted. I couldn't believe my eyes. So this is a word picture that describes the power of focus. We have the power within our own hands and within the light of our mind to focus ourselves for extraordinary results.
if you're distracted and you're looking here and there and you're checking your Facebook and you're checking your Instagram and you're picking up a phone call and you're running to the store, there's no power, there's no focus. But when you hold that lens, the lens of your attention on the subject of the thing that you want to achieve, you get a burning, laser hot focus. And I mean, you can light a whole forest on fire. So use that word picture, take it home with you, and remember the power of focus. You can light your life on fire with this image, with this idea. You now feeling the power of focus? The first thing that you must do that's going to keep you focused is you must clear your mind. And the most effective way to clear your mind is the practice of meditation. And why would we want to do this? Well, think about it. Science tells us that we think 80,000 thoughts a day. We also know that there are almost 5,000 advertising and marketing impressions being made on us every day as well. Can you imagine? And then think about all of the subconscious stuff that we're not even aware of, the suggestions, the proddings, the manipulations. Our brains are teeming with thoughts. No wonder we're distracted. No wonder we're pulled apart. No wonder we don't have a singular focus. So step number one, you must clear the mind. I mean, don't you brush your teeth every day? Don't you shower or at least wash your face every day? Well, you need to cleanse the mind every day. And it doesn't take much. 5 minutes is all I'm suggesting. At least start with that. But in 5 minutes, you can accomplish so much. So here's my just simple lesson 101 on meditating. You wanna sit with your spine erect. You wanna be in a quiet place where you're not going to be disturbed. And the way to clear your mind, first thing in the morning, because this is going to set the tone for the rest of the day, I just want you to concentrate on your breathing. Just in and out. In and out. That focuses your mind. And now you're going to practice that, and then there's going to be a thought that comes up. Observe the thought. The thought is there, and then just let it go. Let it go by like a car going by on the highway. Just let it go by. And then breathe in and out. Focus on your breathing. There might be another thought that pops up. Oh God, I gotta make sure they got that special syrup at Starbucks for my coffee today. Where did that come from? Let it go. Watch it go by. In and out. In and out. I'll tell you something that I practiced today that's kind of a pro tip. And sometimes even focusing on your breathing can just allow too much room for other thoughts. And so I just breathe in peace. And I exhale gratitude. See, I need that little crutch, that word crutch, to get me focused. Because the breathing sometimes isn't enough and I get bombarded by the thoughts, but I gotta focus my mind and let the thoughts go. 5 minutes a day, this will change your life and it will set you up for focus for the day. The second thing that you must do if you want to be focused is you've got to have a priority list. This is what makes you focus. I call it my 6 list. Every morning I write it out. What are the 6 things, the critical inches that are going to move my life and my business forward? And be careful, don't get the urgent mixed up with the important. That's a very common mistake. Make sure you focus on the important critical inch that is going to move you to your goals, to your destination, to the end point of your current dream. Okay, so you write out the 6 list, 6 items, just let it free flow. Just let it free flow, and then go back and look at the list. Now you're going to prioritize. You're going to pick out what is the most important thing. You're going to rewrite the list and put that most important thing at the top. Very often, that thing will be the most difficult thing to do, and that's good because you want to knock out the most difficult thing first, and then of course, what's second most important, third most important, and you list those in order of priority. Here's the rule: you cannot move forward to the second item until you complete the first one. Only exception is that if you've done everything that you can with the first item and you're still waiting on some pending response or answer from somebody, then okay, boom, in pending mode, go to the second item while you're waiting to complete the first item, right? The 6 list is powerful. It will 10x your income. It will 10x your productivity. It will 10x your focus. And I just highly recommend it to you. Some people love to do this at night before they go to bed. Some people like me, I like to do it in the morning, kind of second thing after third thing, meditate, exercise, my priority list. But this will bring you into a state of focus that you have never experienced before. The third thing that you must have, you must use is you must use a calendar. Like my friend Tony Robbins says, if it's not scheduled, it's not real. There's something magical about scheduling your day. Get a calendar, look at the week view. There's something about getting that 30,000 foot view of your life on a weekly basis that's just magical. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna take that 6 list, you're gonna take those priorities, and you're gonna push them into your calendar, right? You're gonna block time, dedicated time. Why is this important? Because during that block time, you can block out, you can turn off the rest of the world. This is dedicated to getting this task done. You show up like you're showing up for a luncheon date with the President of the United States or a very important person. Aren't you a VIP? Aren't you important? Show up like that. Now, this calendar thing it can be even more powerful, and I want to give you a little pro tip. So you got things mapped out. You're going to have regular events on your calendar, things like exercise, things like family time, things like maybe your date night. I don't know what's regular for you, but these things are going to keep popping up because you want to start installing habits around these best practices that are taking you through the critical inch to the destination of your dreams. But here's the secret sauce. What you do is you print out that calendar on the weekly, right? You got that weekly view of your calendar, and you go up and you paste it on the wall where everybody can see it. I don't know if you live alone or if you live with other people, but you probably have people over every once in a while. At least you're gonna see it. But if there's something powerful, because when other people see your commitment to your schedule, you've got block time for this, block time for that, block time for date night, block time for your family, block time for exercise, block time for this project, they are going to respect you. Not only are they going to respect that you're dedicated, they're going to respect your time because it's blocked off for that. People love to see people successful. Get a calendar, use a calendar on the daily. It will change your focus and change your life. Lastly, number 4, you must turn off the distractions. Do you realize how bombarded we are? Like we said before, 80,000 thoughts, 5,000 advertising and marketing impressions, all of these people wanting your time and your attention. How are we supposed to get anything done? You gotta stop scrolling. Stop doing that. During your block times, take your phone, take it off, turn the ringer off, turn it over, put it on the desk. Some people, they'll put it under a pillow. They'll put it in the other room. They'll turn off the notifications. I mean, aren't you dedicated to your dreams? Aren't you dedicated to your goals? Don't you have that block time already blocked out for the most important things of your life? You're gonna let that slide for some Instagram post? And then you're gonna get sucked into TikTok? I mean, what are you doing? Stop it, turn it off. Some of the most successful people I know, they have their notifications off all the time. Email, Instagram, all social media. They don't even get notified. They figure if I'm gonna wanna engage with that, I'll choose to go engage with that because otherwise, I want to protect the quality and the beauty of my life and the quality and the achievement of my dreams. I even know one person that's really close to me. She even deletes the app off her phone to stop the temptation of checking her Instagram feed. Can you believe that? And then she reinstalls it because that keeps her focused. The most successful people in life do this. Stop the distraction, focus on your dreams, block out the time, do what you're called to do, and get this crap out of your life. So to wrap this up, I'm gonna use a little bit of a dirty word. Discipline. A lot of people don't like that word. It's a little bit of a strong word, right? But I'll tell you, discipline is nothing more than a habit that you repeat on a consistent basis. And this is what I know. There is freedom in discipline. Do you want to be free? Do you want to reach your dreams? Do you want to be laser beam focused? Do you want to stop being distracted? Do you want to stop living under your potential? Install these 4 disciplines, these 4 habits, and you'll put the magnifying glass on the things that are important in your life, and you'll light your dreams on fire. I guarantee it. Oh, wow. It's been a big day of shooting. I really enjoyed it. You can hear the traffic going by up here on the rooftop of our place. And hey, I hope you got a lot out of the video today. Stick around for the bonus. You're not gonna wanna miss it because it's a powerful, epic level way that you can bring even more additional focus to your life. I tell you what, I'm really excited to announce that there are just a few spots available to work with me one-on-one in a free consultation. Find out where you're at, where you want to go. If you got any limiting factors, anything blocking you, maybe we can unpack that, maybe we can unblock it. I'm here to serve you. I love working with people who are serious and dedicated to their success. Skip this step if you're not somebody who's like a professional, an entrepreneur, a growing creative, or somebody who's you just don't care that much about your future success. Stick with the channel, stick with the videos. There's lots of free content here. But if you want to level up and go to the next level of the version of yourself that you are called to become, I'd love to work with you. I want to just say I appreciate you for making it to the end of this video. Again, there's a little bit more material, and I just want to recognize you. I want to acknowledge you as a person who is you're built for success. You wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be plugged in, you wouldn't be subscribed, you wouldn't be to the end of this presentation if you weren't somebody who was really earnest about becoming the person that you were created to be. Believe me, you can do this. I believe in you, and I'm here with you every step of the way. Welcome to the bonus section about getting focus in your life. I'm telling you, we're doing this crazy shot here, but I want to share with you an epic level technique that highly successful, world-class people who are highly focused use in their lives to get success. And I'm going to tell you what it is. It's the ability and the practice of saying no. N-O. So what happens when you become more successful, I've experienced this, is that people, they start to come at you because they want stuff from you, because success attracts people. They like to be around successful people. They want to seek you for an opportunity. They want your time. They want your money. They want your attention. They want so much from you, but you've got to learn to say no. This will keep you focused. Do you see? Can you imagine can you imagine Bill Gates or Elon Musk or any number of highly successful people? How many people are coming at them all the time? They've got to learn to say no. Otherwise, they wouldn't have their SpaceX program. They wouldn't have their Tesla car company. So this is a secret formula or a secret practice that you can use today. Start practicing saying no. When people come at you and they want to steal your energy, they want to steal your focus, say no, it's okay. It's the mark of successful people. Do you ever feel stuck in a relationship, a situation, a business arrangement, whatever, and just know that it's just like not good, but you keep sticking with it anyway? I used to struggle with this all the time. I'd like go the extra mile. I'd stick with the person. I would give them another chance. I think, oh yeah, they're gonna change. But it just didn't happen. And I found a bad situation getting worse. If you've ever experienced that, I'm here to share with you a 4-step rule that will keep you out of those situations, that will allow you to make a determination when it's time to quit. Quit somebody, quit a situation, quit a business, maybe even quit a restaurant, right? And when you learn this, you're gonna start leaving those losing situations behind, and you're gonna naturally step into the beauty. And you'll wanna stick with me to the very end, because I've got a special bonus tip for you that is going to level you up into the winner circle of your life, and you're gonna be leaving those losing situations behind. So let's get started. Let me share with you, by nature, I'm a very patient man, and patience has served me well. It's been a key to my success, a key to success in business, a key to success in just the overall hopes and dreams of my life, and making those things realized. Patience is a virtue. Patience is key. What I've learned, and I've learned the hard way, is that patience in a bad relationship, a bad business, a bad situation is a recipe for a lot of dissatisfaction, frustration, and just sadness in your life. Do you really want that? It can actually waste years of your life, and it can kill your dreams. I mean, this is why this video is so important for you if you've showed up. At any rate, do you really want to accept being shunned, being unheard, being ignored, being neglected, even being abused? I mean, is that what you want for your life? I think not. The good news is that there's a simple 4-step formula that I'm going to share with you that can help you determine when you're in a bad situation, and not 5 years from now, not 2 years from now, not 6 months from now, probably very, very soon. You can use this 4-step rule to determine if this is a good thing for you or if it's time to get out. But let me quickly share with you, there's a lot of time, energy, and effort that goes into making these videos, and I love doing these. I'm doing it for you. I'm committed to churning out 2 videos just like this for you every single week. So if you like what you've seen, give the channel some free love and support. Give it a thumbs up, gently crush that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss a thing, because I know that these videos, this content, can positively transform your life and take you to the 2.0 version of who you were created to be. The first step in the 4-step formula that's going to help you not be in bad situations, bad relationships, is when something negative, bad happens, you observe it. So maybe somebody tells a little white lie. Maybe they show up late. Maybe you see them treating the server in a disrespectful or negative way. Maybe you see that they've got some kind of abusive tone with their loved ones or their family members. Just stop. Step 1, stop, observe, give them the benefit of a doubt, and just say, okay, shit happens. Step 2 takes it one level up. So, boy, that same negative occurrence happens, right? They had the white lie, the abusive talk, the showing up late without any regard or respect for your schedule. It can be any number of things. You could go to a restaurant and just get bad service. If it happens a second time, you want to pay attention. This is all about increasing your awareness and shortening the time of abuse or badness in your situation. So say, oh my gosh, okay, that happened again. I observe it. Well, maybe it's a coincidence. Step number 3, this is a very important step, and I used to skip it. I used to skip to step 4 right away after step 2. Then you'll know what I'm talking about in a minute. But step 3 is that you got to confront the situation. You got to bring this up. You got to say, hey, this is what I observed to the person or the situation or the business relation. This is what I observed. This is how it made me feel. Didn't make me feel really good. I want to know, what did you observe and what do you think we could do about it? And if you're a little bit hesitant about the whole confrontation thing, remember, life is about relationships. Relationships make the world go round. You not only owe it to yourself, and that's what this video is about, is getting what you deserve and living the life and the goodness that you deserve, but you really owe it to the other person. They need to know what's going on. They need to also light up and get woke and become aware. So you owe it to them to have this discussion. Once you practice this, it'll become like second nature. And you'll be standing up for what you know you deserve. Isn't that good? And now here's where the rubber meets the road. This is where we take it down to the bare metal. This is where the shoot hits the fan, right? This is step 4, and this is after the discussion. If this behavior repeats a third time, well, no, it didn't just happen. It's not just a coincidence. You've actually sat down and had a discussion with them about it. If it happens again, this is a pattern. This is a pattern, and it's going to keep repeating again and again and again. This is where patience wasted years of my life. It killed some of my dreams. I had to get back on my feet and recover. Don't put yourself through that. That's what we would call a strike 3. It's rule number 4, but strike 1, shit happens. Strike 2, maybe it's a coincidence. Have a discussion. Strike 3, you're out. Using this simple 4-rule process has changed my life. You can only imagine. I don't allow myself to go to restaurants where I continue to get bad service. I don't allow myself to be in relationships where people lie to me or abuse my time. I recognize the pattern. I've learned in life, as much as I want to help people and I want to assist people to grow, I can't change people. People need to change themselves, and many times I've found people don't change. It's the exceptional few who step up and go to the next level. Give them that opportunity, but if you see the pattern, cut the cord and move into the better relationship, the better business relationship, the better restaurant, the better experience of your life. Don't you deserve that? And don't you deserve it now? Oh, it's been a very long day of shooting, but what a beautiful evening. I'm so glad you made it to the end of this video, and stick with me for the bonus, because I got something special to share with you when it comes to an extra thing that you can do to ensure that you're always propelling yourself to your bigger, better life, not getting stuck in bad situations. Hey, I'm very excited to share with you, there's just a few slots available to work with me one-on-one in the free consultation that you can schedule on my calendar. Just click the calendar link in the description below, find a slot if you can, and go ahead and book a time. Now, don't take that step if you're not an entrepreneur, if you're not a professional, if you're not a growing creative, you're not somebody dedicated to success. I just have room to work with you. But if you are, go ahead, take that step. I encourage you to do it. We'll find out where you're at, where you're going, what's maybe a limiting factor for you, how we can unblock that. I just want to get to know you. I'm a cool guy. I'm sure you're cool too. And let's go ahead and put the gasoline on the fire, so to speak, of your success together. Hey, I hope you got a lot out of this video today. I hope you propel yourself into the relationships, into the situations, into the businesses that you know that you deserve, and you leave behind the rest. You're a winner. You're not a loser. I know this because I believe in you. You can do this, and I'm here with you every step of the way. Welcome to the bonus. I mean, you've learned the 4-step rule, the 3 strikes, you're out. You've learned how to cut people off, cut those losing situations, and yes, sometimes people out of your life to move on to the bigger, better life that you were called to live. But this is a little bit of a somber, kind of macabre, maybe type of bonus, but it's gotta be said, and this is only for special people in special situations, but I want everyone to keep it in mind. This is the thing. The 3 strikes, you're out, the 4-step rule, it just doesn't really apply when you're in one kind of situation, and that is a abusive situation. If you're experiencing abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, psychological, verbal abuse, there is no second chance. You need to get out now. And there are many resources for you, crisis lines, houses you can go to that are safe. Maybe go to your parent, go to a friend. Do not take it. Get out now. This is the rule exception to the 4-step rule, and you owe it to yourself. Do not stay in that situation. This is like the 4-step rule magnified and 100x. Get out now. But I just wanted to say that if you apply these steps, if you apply this bonus, you won't have toxic, abusive people and situations in your life. You'll get out now. And if you've got those things that are kind of borderline, well, now you've got the 4-step process so that you can live your bigger, better life. I will see you on the other side of your success. Did you know that there is just one singular habit that can totally change your life almost in an instant when you install it? This one habit can propel you to your dreams faster than any number of good habits combined. I can tell you that it's not what you think it is, and we're gonna unpack this today so you can start moving the needle of your success trajectory right now. And you'll want to stick with me to the very end because I've got a bonus for you that's gonna 10x the positive change that you're looking for in your life. So let's get started. I used to be maniacal about goal setting. I mean, I can sit down with you and we can map out your goals. I'm a master at goal setting. People called me crazy. I'd write out my goals for a year. I'd write out another document that I could consult every day. I'd have another document I put on the inside wall of my shower. So every day my goals were in front of me. But you know what I learned? You know what I discovered is that goals are not enough. Positive thinking is not enough. Those affirmations that you say, even those subliminals that you listen to on your headphones at night, it's not enough. But my mentor taught me that there is a better way, and I want to share that with you. But I just want to let you know there's a lot of time, energy, and attention that goes into making these videos. It's a lot of work, and I'm just getting started. And you know what I'd appreciate so much? I'd be so grateful if you just show the channel a little love and free support. Just give us a thumbs up, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell because I don't want you to miss anything, and I'm turning out 2 videos every week just for you. So I realized to turn my goals, which are worthy, everybody should have goals, but to turn my goals into reality, I needed to make me go someplace. A goal is a vision. It's a target. It's a destination, right? But it's not the vehicle that's gonna get you there. You could wanna go to Dallas, you could wanna go to Guatemala, you could wanna go to Hawaii, but if you haven't purchased the ticket, you haven't booked the passage, you haven't gotten on the plane and there's a pilot dedicated with a system to get you there, it's not happening. So the secret that my mentor showed me is that you want to replace your goals, or you want to upgird your goals, support your goals with systems. A system is a repeatable, strategic, consistent vehicle that will propel you to your goal every single day. And when you develop and install a system, a successful system, it's like putting your goals, the achievement of your goals, like on autopilot. I've got a friend who he's a pilot. What does he do when he's in the air? He reads books. He texts his friends. Actually, he can text from the air. They allow him to do that. The pilot doesn't really fly the plane. The plane has a system that guides it and course corrects it to keep it on course to get it to its destination. So think about it like this, a good system for your life, and this can apply to anything, but just let's use this example in business. When you have a good business, you have a good business system. right? It's a system that makes a profit. And it makes that profit over and over and over again. If you've got a really good business, if you're the business owner, you can walk away from that business for a year, and when you come back, it should be even more profitable than when you left. That's a good business. It's a system. So think of it like an ATM. Here's your system. Here's your business system. You come to the ATM and you put in $1. And out comes $1.30. Wow, you just made 30% profit. Well, let's do it again. I'm putting in $1. I get back $1.30. Wow, that's pretty good. How much, let me ask you, how much would you be motivated to keep putting those dollars in? I bet it'd be pretty much. This is the secret key, the secret sauce is that when you install a system and the system works like that, you don't even have to get inspired. You don't even have to get motivated. It's motivation enough just to be getting progressive success. How many ATMs would you want to set up? How many people would you want to put in front of all those ATMs that you could set up to scale that business, to scale that profit, to scale that success so that you could get to your mark sooner than later? Let me give you a less abstract, just more concrete example that I think a lot of people can relate with. Let's say you want to get in shape, right? So you set a goal. I got a goal to lose so many pounds. Maybe it's January 1, you've set a New Year's resolution. And you say, I'm gonna get into the gym. And day 1, you get into the gym and you lift those weights and you come home and you say, that was good, I'm excited. And then you get up the next day and you do it again and you're a little bit sore. And maybe the next day you get up and you can hardly get out of bed, right? And that initial enthusiasm wanes, but you push yourself, you got willpower, and the next day it's raining out. You're like, oh man, I don't want to go out in the rain. I know I gotta go to the gym. But see, that's the thing with a goal. It doesn't give you a system by which you can move consistently, reliably toward your goal. You can't rely upon willpower. We're fallible. We're gonna give up. We're gonna lose our enthusiasm. Our attitude is gonna pale. But let's look at this from a system perspective for a second, okay? Stick with me. All right, look at the difference. I'm hiring a personal coach. He's got a plan for me to come in 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at a specific time. I've actually got money in the game because I'm paying him or her, and so I better show up because otherwise that's a big waste of money. She puts me on a meal plan. What does she tell me to do? She says on Sundays, I want you to prep all your food for the whole week, and it's going to be in a system. So much protein, so many carbs, so many fats, and then we're going to do it in this proportion because we did a calculation that gives you a formula that you can follow. You do it all on Sunday, and every day you open the fridge and there's Monday's meal, there's Tuesday's meal, there's Wednesday's dinner. It's all systematized. Do you see the difference? And then they have systems on top of systems. They have feedback loop systems. Feedback, it's the breakfast of champions. So what do? They weigh you in every week. They take measurements. They make you take progress photos. These are feedback loops that reinforce your progress toward your goal. But it's not the goal itself. The goal, if you just had the goal, so many people quit, so many people give up. But the system becomes a way of life. Hey, and then if you really want to get badass, let me tell you a system you can put in place that will really ensure, like insurance, ensure that this is going to work. Why don't you lay some money down with a friend? Why don't you bet a friend $100 that you're gonna lose so much weight by such and such a date? Now we're taking what was at first just a simple goal, we're turning it into a meaningful, motivating, life-changing system. Do you see how this works? So think about it like this. A good system is like a good business. I mean, that's what I do is I coach people in business and in health and in personal growth and relationships. But think about it like a good business. a good business, like we said before, it works systematically. It produces that $1.30 when you put the dollar in. It's predictable, it's reliable, and it's scalable. I encourage you to replace just mere goals with systems in your life. One of the best things you can do is get a calendar. If it's not scheduled, it's not real. Just start with that. I can tell you, for our young YouTube channel, what we've done is that we've systematized our schedule, our calendar. When we schedule it, there's accountability. We show up, we get it done whether it's raining or not, whether we've got the equipment or not, whether the power is on or not. We figure out a way. So that's just one thing you could do just immediately. Just pull up a Google Calendar and get started right now. Map out the systems of your life. So there's a system for getting anything that you want in life. I don't care if it's getting in shape, or if it's your financial freedom, or it's some personal achievement that you want to accomplish, or a place you want to go, or maybe it's even finding the true love of your life and nurturing that relationship. There's a system for it. Systems changed my life, and they can change your life too. Just find a system, or find a person who's using a system that they're getting the results that you want to get in your life. Install that system, follow that system, and put your life on autopilot toward the success that you know you want and that you deserve. You can do this. Oh, wow. It's been a long day of shooting today. Lots of video, lots of mistakes made, lots of corrections, but you know, we're doing it all for you. Thanks for sticking around. And stick around for the bonus, because there's something really sweet here at the end. But I'm so excited to announce that there are just a few spots available for the free one-on-one consultation with me. And what you can do is you just go down to the calendar link down at the bottom of the description. It's somewhere in there, you'll notice it, and go ahead and find an available slot if you can, and go ahead and book a time with me. What I'd love to do is sit down with you and figure out where you're at, where you want to go, maybe why you want to go. That's also a very important thing to unpack. If there are any limiting factors, what's blocking you? Maybe we can unblock that. I'd love to get to know you. I want to know that you're serious though, so you can skip that step if you're not like a professional, if you're not an entrepreneur, if you're not a creative, or somebody who's just really dedicated to their personal growth and success. Otherwise, my calendar's full. So I would love to work with you, love to get to know you, love to help you on your journey into your bigger, better life and becoming the 2.0 version of yourself. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you. It tells me that you're a person built and made for success. Hey, you can do this. I believe in you, and I'm here with you every step of the way. I am so glad that you made it to the bonus section, because this is where I get to kind of unleash and just kind of free flow, free form with you and let you know what's on my heart. And here's the big bonus of today's video. You know, we talked about systems. Systems are so important, and why systems are so much more important than goals is because they actually change who you are. That it's not some distant destination that you want to reach someday, some moonshot. When you install a system, it actually changes you today. And so here's the message, here's the bonus. You know, sometimes we think about, well, gosh, my life is about how I feel. I feel sad, or I feel happy, or I feel irritated, or I feel angry, or I feel motivated, I feel inspired. But fuck how you feel. It's not how you feel, it's how you be, it's how you are. And how you are comes from the systems that you put into your life, which create your identity. See, feelings, they come and they go. Feelings, they come like waves, and they undulate, and they go up and down, and they go hither and there, and they're like storms and calm. But you know what? Your identity, once you change it, once you become that 2.0 version of yourself, that's never gonna change. So I encourage you, step up, install these systems, get on purpose, put as many in place as you want, as many places that you want to change in your life, install a system. Step into the 2.0 version of yourself. Step into your bigger, better life, and I'll see you on the other side of your success.